Yeah, this is our brand new StreamYard, and we're live.
Fabulous. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Whatever Show. I'm Dana Dubois.
I'm Lawrence Winterman. It's Fucked
That's
Up Friday.
it is, and that's my best friend. I haven't
That's
said
my
that all
best
week.
friend.
Lawrence, I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute
Yes, it has
because
been a hot minute. I've been busy online cruising hot men in New Mexico.
I saw the hot man in New Mexico, and my God,
Yeah,
Lawrence, that can't be a real person, is it? Like
uh,
that's an
he is
AI
a real. I
generated
mean,
dream
at
bot.
least as far as I know, it's either an elaborate prank or a real person. But I'm
He's
hoping
so
for real
handsome.
person. Please, please, God, big money, big money.
With big money, who can fly you
Well,
to.
I don't need him to have big money.
That's true. Well, in order to get like what, a long distance relationship, you're gonna have to invest in some,
Right, right. No, I
maybe
just
like a
meant
lot of
I was
frequent
doing
flyer
more the
miles.
like Wheel of Fortune,
Yes,
isn't that what they say every time they spend? Come on, big money.
I think so. It's been a minute since I watched Wheel of Fortune, though I am in South Florida right now visiting
Mm.
family, and we have watched Jeopardy. So
Oh,
it has,
yes.
yeah, there has been some of that, but no Wheel of Fortune.
Well,
I
Jeopardy, I know here is on at 7:30 and it is my mother's
yes,
no miss TV show. Like she can't not watch Jeopardy at 7:30.
some Tournament of Champions thing we're watching right now. So
Yeah, I just know the number of times that I've called and forgotten that it's like 7:35 and been told in no uncertain terms that Jeopardy is on.
oh, I love your mom so much. That is so cute. It's been very discombobulating being here. It's fun. I mean, it's nice to see my family. The weather's beautiful. I spent the day at a pool yesterday and the beach the day before. It's been lovely, but like I haven't been able to do my I Write Out Loud lives, and I feel very like today. My mom took the kids and they're at TJ Maxx doing a little shopping, little
Ooh.
discount shopping. And I'm like, we have the whole apartment. But yesterday, when I was talking with Anna Wick for Fine Feminist Hour, I was like hiding in a corner of my mom's room because I'm like, we're going to talk about sassy topics.
We're
And
sassy, right? That's
I,
code. That's the code we're using.
yes,
Sassy.
I don't want to have this conversation in front of my mother and both of my kids. So, so I feel
Adult
like
women
it's
need loving too, mom.
right. I feel like any one of them individually, I would have been fine, but somehow all three of them in earshot, I'm like, so it feels good today that I'm like in a better spot because like a kid in college, right? Mom's out of the house. It's a little echoey in here. I haven't kept as close of ties on the news as I usually do, but I do think
Mm.
I have a good fucked up Friday story, and I'm so happy to catch up with you, Lawrence. How are you, just in general?
Well, I'm doing well, and I'm going to quote my new favorite artist of the moment. There's a Brit, a breakout. I don't know if she's a star yet, but her name is Georgia Meek. First name Georgia,
M-A-K,
surname Meek, and
Meek or Make? How do you spell that?
Meek, like Meek, like
Oh,
those who
okay.
shall inherit the earth.
Yeah.
And she goes by Meek, and she
Okay.
has her first song, her first breakout song is called "Fabulous," and the lyrics are essentially like, "I just got my heart broken again, but I look fucking fabulous. Yes, I'm
Oh.
back in therapy, but I look fucking fabulous." And
Okay.
it's quite upbeat and very sort of orchestral and dramatic, and she's wearing many lovely costumes as she states repeatedly that she looks fucking fabulous.
So she does look fucking
She does
fabulous.
indeed look fabulous, yes.
Okay, I need to go find that song as soon as this show is done because that sounds fabulous. I'm trying to join our chat and it's not showing me as being live. That's a little bit worrisome. Let me go to the Daily Whatever Show page
Yeah.
because I want to say
We
hi to
should
everybody.
mention we have a
We,
pretty great guest today. Nick
we have,
Paro is behind the scenes currently grooming his beard.
he is, he
I can
is.
see in my little thing that he is currently grooming his beard. I'm not bringing you on yet, Nick.
Make sure you get it all nice and smooth,
Nah, it
maybe a
looks
little
good. I gotta
oil.
say, I've got a little bit of beard envy going on. I trimmed mine a while back, and yeah. Well, here we are.
Yeah, no,
Um,
you look great, and I've been admiring. We haven't even talked about our new branding together, that like the Daily Whatever Show is now just the Daily Whatever Show.
Right.
It's not Gen XC and the Daily Whatever Show and sort of this confusing back and forth. And that you designed, well, I guess together we created this logo. I kind of did some playing around with the colors, but
Right.
you made the logo and it matches your shirt today. You're kind of the marigoldish
It really
mustard
does. Yeah, no, it's nice. We've got
and
a theme going on.
my hair kind of matches the raspberry color.
Yeah.
It's
No
making
one
me
can
very
really tell, but we've got a nice the marigold color is the background,
okay.
and I've got multiple backgrounds. We could switch between the brand colors.
I love it.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think the refreshed and updated website looks great. Hopefully genxe.io redirects to the dailywhatevershow.com, which is our new domain name URL. And yeah, I'm really happy about the whole thing.
I'm
I
testing it
bow
and
to
it's
Dana's superior knowledge. She's been insisting for months that we needed to switch our brand. You win.
my favorite two words in the English language. I win. Actually,
Well,
my
now I'll
second
never say them
favorite.
to you again.
Okay. Okay, good. You win and big melons are now my two favorite.
Right. Yes,
I'm very
I need to make you that t-shirt, like
big
two big
melons.
watermelons on the front and it just says
Yes.
big melons over the top of them.
For those who missed me saying this the last 2 days when I went, because I'm going to keep talking about it for a hot minute. Uh,
Because why wouldn't you?
because when
Because
I
it's
went to
literally everything that's wrong with our society. A 90-year-old man who's lost his mind with dementia still thinks of nothing but
drooling.
his cock and your tits.
Yes, at my dad's nursing home, at his memory care, the like literal, like I thought nonverbal, drooling, grunting old man in the wheelchair said no audible words, just grunt, kind of grunts, and then and looked right at me and just started chanting "Big melons" like that, big melons. So, friend of the Daily Whatever Show, Shayla, posted a photo today, and she sent it to me through a DM also and said big melons because she looks very busty in the photo. And she looked great. And I don't know, Shayla, I don't know if you're in the chat, but that made me laugh so hard this morning that I was like, let's make this a thing. Take back big melons.
Yeah.
And with that,
With that, we should
perhaps
bring on our guest. Here he is, brushing his beard.
ASMRing for you. Good
Oh,
morning.
oh,
ASMRing. All right, Nick, I'm moving you. We're gonna do a little Nick in the middle, a Nick sandwich
oh,
kind of thing.
you're like the cream in our Oreo cookies.
Oh my.
Ew.
Interesting.
I
Right.
didn't
Hey,
mean to make that
I
Don't
that
tell his
weird.
wife.
feel I feel violated, Dana.
Sorry. Just
You didn't
No,
ask
that was
explicit permission, Dana.
you're right, I
you
didn't.
have my
Sorry.
permission. Now you know so you can grow. I'm gonna
Okay.
just hey,
Oh,
welcome. Hey, hi, it's nice to see you guys.
good to see you too. Nick,
The
speaking of
rebrand
merch, do you
looks
want to
great.
show off your fancy new
Oh,
merch?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Hey, I've got a new sweatshirt and coffee mugs.
Ooh,
Left
a
and
left-handed coffee
right-handed
mug.
coffee mugs. Um,
that's smart.
I know I'm left-handed, so I like having my primary image forward. And then on the back, you got notes of the week with Walter and Nick. And then, just because I want to, I get to carry around Walter on my back at all times now too.
Aw.
That's so cute. I love it. I love these.
Designs
I
designs
have a
on the
daughter.
back were made by Walter's daughter, and the
Yes,
design on the front is from a friend of mine.
I love it.
Amazing.
Walter's daughter is very talented, and she also did a drawing of us that we love. We should really get on t-shirts too, Lawrence. Get on that in all your spare time.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally slacking. If only I had time to do things that
What
I.
is time?
Yeah.
What is
I,
time
don't-
What
anyway?
is time?
Yeah.
I
What
don't
is time?
even I don't even know. Nick, first of all, we cut you off a little bit, and I believe you were complimenting our new brand. So
Yeah, it's
thank you.
beautiful. You're welcome. It's really nice. I know I commented to you earlier this week about I like the new brand and the rebranding, but Lawrence, you weren't involved in that conversation directly. I like the rebranding. It looks really good.
Thank you.
You guys did a
I
great job.
I love the dark green with the marigold and the raspberry colors. It just makes me happy. Like I liked our old brand, but it was Gen Xy. It was like it was supposed to look like, dirty Converse and a black hoodie and
Both of
a
which I
compact
have.
disc. Right.
Both of which I
Right.
Don't
have,
we
yeah.
all? Don't we all? But that was not the Daily Whatever Show's palette, right? This is the Happy Morning Show. So
It
I
is a
love it.
happy morning show.
It is.
Only on Fridays do we get really fucked up unhappy mornings.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we do have heavy topics, but we try to keep it light. That's why we call it Fucked Up Friday. So we're being, you know, tongue in
yeah.
cheek as we talk about the devolution
And
of our
let's be real. Like
democracy.
even on the days with the most serious topics, I'm still probably making a dick joke somewhere in there, right? Like,
Oh, probably.
Thank
I
God.
mean,
Thank God.
my favorite phrase is "smegalomaniac," so which is Stephen Miller.
ooh.
We also, I have a
Oh wait,
friend.
okay. Let me guess. Megalomaniacs. It's Stephen Miller and Steve Bannon and JD Vance. Who is it?
Right now, it's just about Stephen Miller. We haven't put up the webpage yet, but we're going to.
Nice, nice.
We own the URL smegalomaniac.com.
Oh my God.
And I'm considering making some T-shirts with like gross melting mushrooms on them
You
that say
should.
Smegalomaniacs.
Oh,
Gross melted
And
mushrooms with rotted cheese. Yes.
yes, we're working on how to like hyperimpose like images into a
oh,
mushroom and then make it disappear in a really good way so it doesn't really look like the face of who it's based off of, but
Right.
it is the face of who it's based off of. Um
ew, ew.
you
Yeah.
is right,
It's
but
like one of
also
those magic eye things, right? Like if you look at
Mhm.
it and you kind of fuzz your vision a little bit, suddenly you see Stephen Miller's face.
Yeah, if you look from the
Yeah.
left you see a mushroom, if you look from the right you see Stephen Miller's face.
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember? You may not remember because I feel like this is maybe an Israeli artist. It's an artist that a lot of Jewish grandparents had in their homes growing up, including my own. But they were like a bunch of slats. Back me up here, Laura. This might be a South Florida thing. His name is like Agam or Agar, and like it was like a bunch of slats. And as you walked, like the colors would change. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But
Yes.
I have the ones that my dad and stepmom had in their house stored here in my mom's closet. What were they? What's his
Must
name?
must not have been a Baltimore Jewish thing.
Hold on. I bet
Yeah.
if I
No,
just look.
it was very sort of like of a moment in South Florida in that
Yeah.
time period for
Yeah.
sure.
Yaakov Agam. I'm not making it up.
I've heard the
Yaakov.
name before.
Yeah. If you Google Agam, Agam, Yaakov is Yaacov. You'll see it's a bunch of slats with colors. If straight on, you're like, I don't know what that is, but you have to walk to both sides. And then you see different things. That's what I'm picturing for what you've got going on.
Yeah, I love it. Nick, what's up with you? What
Yeah.
is the latest out of Sick of This Shit publications, mega incorporated worldwide?
Uh, I wish we were mega incorporated worldwide. Latest out is a huge focus. I've shifted my focus a little bit for Sick of the Shit, and I've found where I like really feel comfortable being and talking about and getting lessons on is the intelligent masculinity and
Yes.
redefining masculinity in general, but also advocating for like disability rights and our transgender community and LGBTQ plus at large community because
Mhm.
I can and I want to. And I want to fix the manosphere because there's one that really sucks. And I want to make one that sucks less or doesn't suck at all. And so that's what I'm doing. So I've been doing like 2 or 3 interviews a week on intelligent masculinity with some incredible men around the country and different places, including Lawrence Winterman over here, who was one of
Yes.
my original interviewees.
Who
And thank
is
you.
a
And
hero? Is a
who
hero
is it?
because I didn't make the obvious sucking and manosphere jokes that came into my mind.
Well, hold on. I did say in a show on Monday on my chronically illing out to we were talking about mental health and well-being, and I was like, just suck less is all I want. And we're gonna make that into a coffee mug too, or
Oh
into a
yeah, that's
t-shirt.
nice.
Um,
Although, there should be a little asterisk after it.
Right. Depends what
yes,
you're sucking. Is that
It's situationally dependent.
we'll put
There's some
clauses on the
instances in
back
which
of the
sucking
shirt.
more is actually the appropriate thing for the moment.
Yes, yes. There are some times when sucking more is the appropriate answer to that situation.
Right.
Nick, what are some commonalities between your guests? First of all, I love what you're doing around intelligent and kind, being very masculine in a
Yeah.
intelligent, kinder, cooler way. I love the work that you're doing. as the
Thanks.
feminist killjoy that I am. What are some of the common themes that are coming forward as you're interviewing all of these men? What does positive masculinity look like?
One of the major common themes that's come out of all of this is the idea of not being passive. And
Mm,
intelligent masculinity is a masculinity that doesn't apologize, but it doesn't dominate. There's a very different approach to how the men that I've interviewed view masculinity, and all
mhm.
of them revere both the masculine half or the masculine side of the spectrum and the feminine side of the spectrum as equally important parts of what it means to be masculine.
Okay.
Um, and so that's sort of like the heart of all of it is like there's a it's all of the people who approach it from like how do I better myself and how do I grow, and that's really a similarity amongst them. I'll read from I put out an article yesterday that's independent of the where it's part of the written series that goes along with it. um, and I closed it out with and this is where masculinity sort of like is being really defined by a lot of the men. I'll just read a couple bullet points that I put in there is what it is we model and we make a men
Mhm.
worth copying. We're not louder, not pure, just steadier and more openly. We interrupt, we call out the dehumanization, misogyny, and domination when they appear, especially among other men, because silence is endorsement.
Mm.
Yes.
We build, we create spaces, media, language, and community that offer men direction without grievance. We recruit, so we stop pretending men will just figure it out on their own, and we show them something better and invite them into it. And then we hold the line, which is we do not water down to avoid discomfort, because discomfort is not harm and accountability is not abuse.
Ah,
Nick, that's so well done.
so good.
Yeah,
So good.
really. I love the distillation that you've come to and sort of the those guidelines. It makes so much sense, and honestly, it's like like water to a drowning person, right? Like hearing like, oh God, yeah, men could think and behave that way, and we could actually hold the line and stand up for women and each other and guide people towards the light and not let them get sucked into the crazy
Yeah.
manosphere.
And it's
Yes.
what I've noticed is it's not we could, it's is we are doing it now. We were
Yes.
invited to do it many
Yeah.
times. Many of us took a little too long to get here, and we
Mhm.
should have started earlier, but we're not going to beat ourselves up at this moment that we didn't start. It's that we're doing it now. Hold on. I'm going to mute a call. My father-in-law just called me. Um, I'll call him back. Um, is we're actively out here doing it, and that's the last part. That hold the line part is
Yes.
we took the invites that we have been given everyone by everyone around us saying this is what we need, this is what we're hoping for, this is what we'd like to see different, and we're doing it. And
Oh,
we're
I
just
love that.
taking the
Yeah.
pieces and we're going, okay, maybe we should have just listened the first fucking time or the first 500 or the first 1,000. And now we're just doing it. And so I think we are doing it. And
Yeah.
it's starting to make an impact because we get like the shows grow every time. We've had
Yeah.
incredible audiences. We've had incredible guests and discussions. There's some more coming up too. Like I'm doing this series now in perpetuity. I was going to do just a short 2 month interview set, but
Yeah.
people seem to really love it. Um, and like I interviewed Qasim Rashid this week. I interviewed Jack, who is a trans ally and who has been forced out of the U.S. And if you have, I'll put that one out from yesterday. That was an incredible 2 hour discussion. It
Mm.
does have abuse in it. It talks about abuse and abusive situations, but it's really, really worth listening to for those who don't know what trans men are or a trans man is. He's a great example because he's a man.
Yes.
He shows what it means to just be a man. He
Right.
doesn't need the qualifier because he is who he is. He's a person who presents as man, and that's what he is. And he does a
Yes.
better job at it than a lot of men I know.
Yeah.
Right.
And
He
I
he
mean,
has reached out to us. I need to contact him. I remember he was in the audience not long ago and was like, "I'd love to come on your show." And
Oh, you'd
my
love
Swiss
Jack.
cheese, my Swiss cheese brain until this very moment was like, "Oh yeah, I need to contact him." Jack, if you're out there, DM me.
yeah.
You
And Lord,
should.
And
yeah,
I think it's such a great reminder, right? That
yes,
trans people are people. They're the
Yeah.
gender that they say they are. You
Mhm.
know, like it's just that simple.
right.
Trans
Yeah.
men are men. Trans
Yeah.
women are women. There you go. I cracked the code.
Yeah.
No Captain Crunch decoder ring needed.
You're a genius. You're a genius. And since today is Fucked Up Friday, I don't know if this was stated this week, but I heard about it this week. In contrast to your healthy men, I just read that all women are, let me get this right, moms, whores, or nuns. Those are the only choices. Those are our roles. Do we want to play Guess That Creep? Who said that? Or did you guys read that story too?
I
No,
haven't read it, but I think I know who it is.
yeah,
Do
you
we?
guessed, Nick, because I'm not.
Does
I
he
mean,
share my first name and with Fuentes and is a giant asshole who
Ding, 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 ding.
needs to
Right
go
in
fuck
one.
himself in every way possible
yeah,
because Nick Fuentes,
Yeah.
you're a creep who has no fucking skills with any
Right.
person. You're just a
Yeah.
dehumanizing piece of shit. Like, go fuck yourself. I hope you enjoy bear mace because you're probably gonna get it a few more times in your life.
Yes.
Just saying.
yeah,
Moms, whores, or nuns. That's what he said. Those are your only roles, women. That's
yeah. I
Yeah.
know
all
who's
you
getting
are.
none. His name is Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
He's getting that
Ding.
stranger. He does that stranger a lot, I bet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jessica B is saying something about lethality maxing ad campaigns targeting young men, and Nick, you talking
Oh, the
about your
Matson
intelligent
stuff. Oh
masculinity
man.
made me think about. I recently went down a rabbit hole on the whole looks maxing movement. I
Mm,
don't know
Oh,
if you all
yeah.
know about this,
I do know what this is.
but
Yes.
it's young men who are basically doing whatever, like doing anything to maximize how good looking they think they are, so that all in pursuit of tail, basically, and it's just such a insidious form of brain rot, right? Because
Yeah.
it's all about like being hyper alpha. There's like all this, crazy slang that like mogging means that you're like the alpha man of the
No,
group.
mogging, as the mom of the teenager on the call, mogging means you're making the other person next to you look bad.
Well, right,
Just-
because it's
Yes.
literally alpha. It's
But-
a mog, alpha man of the group, and so an alpha
Oh.
guy is a mog, and if you're mogging, you look alpha, and everyone around you looks
And
beta.
that mog is typically a
Interesting.
Chad or a Chad light. There's very
Interesting.
rarely that you'll get an Adam in all of this, hence the biblical references here going on. But yeah, I
Okay.
know exactly what you're talking about. Like there was a recent creator I posted about that
Yes.
and talked about with looks maxing where they were breaking their cheekbones
Yes, I
and
think we
like
saw the same thing, right?
yeah,
He
like
literally hits his cheeks with a hammer
mhm.
so that it builds his. In theory, this is his theory. Don't
Oh
do
my
this at
God.
home. That
Don't
it
ever do this.
don't ever do this at home. His theory is
Unless you're
that
Nick Fuentes, in which case,
builds
hit
his
harder.
cheekbones
Hit harder.
bigger so that he gets that chiseled facial structure.
Wait, so
Yeah,
they're not getting actual plastic surgery?
no.
They're just doing things,
I mean, I'm
self-injurious
sure that
things?
some of them are, but the the homeboys who are working at Taco Bell can't afford that, and so they break their cheekbones with a hammer.
It's a lot of it is actually discussed where there's unless you're really wealthy enough to actually do plastic surgery, the common way to do it is self-mutilation. It
Oh my God.
encourages self-mutilation. It's really
Ugh.
harmful to boys. It's
Yep.
targeted at boys
Yep.
more instead of girls. The girls have their own trad pipelines, which is the soft girl
Yes.
trad wife pipelines, which are fucking gross. And I have a daughter and I hear words like that, and I know those because we've watched enough cult documentaries about like this type of thing. And I live in cult country in Arkansas, where the
Yes.
Duggars literally are like the
Yep.
Duggars are from
Oh,
the
yeah.
town like right nearby us. I've been on a plane with one of the Duggar kids, not the
Not the rapey
pedophile.
one.
not the rapey pedophile one, but his
Okay.
younger brother, who seemed like an okay guy. He was flying with his wife, so I wasn't going to bother him. I don't like bothering random people that probably get too much attention for no reason. And he wasn't going to enjoy the questions I was going to ask, but like the looks maxing stuff,
Is
the
freaky. Okay, I
it's
didn't
freaky.
realize it was self-mutilation.
It is. It's bad. It's really harmful, and
Wow.
you'll hear it a lot in like teenage boys and younger slang. Like I have a son who's 9, and I hear some of the words that his friends use around him.
Yeah.
And
God.
like I'm very explicit with the kids at my house and we have a lot of kids that come to my house. We have quite a bit of diversity that comes into my house, and especially for an area in Arkansas where there's like not diversity very much.
Right.
Is someone once said, like, they were joking about like, oh, you're gay, and I was like, nope, we are not doing that in this house. We do not demean people based on their sexuality here. And they were like, but I was like, no, if you want to do that, you go somewhere else. You know what? They've never done it at my house again.
Yeah, good.
Bravo. Yeah, not a pejorative. You're not allowed to use it like that.
Aha.
When I haven't dug in his.
Wait,
do you have a MacBook?
I do.
Turn on your emojicon or emoticons. If you look at the top bar on your screen, there's a little camera icon with green around it. If you click on that, there'll be a drop-down menu.
I see it.
Click the actual image right next to the word reactions, and it'll turn them on. If you click reactions, it opens a drop-down. So if I go like that? No, hold it for a second. You got it. Yep. If you do like the rock, it'll neon sign behind you.
Yes.
If you start counting, it'll give you celebration. Like if you start counting up, sometimes like the peace sign and stuff will give you balloons and celebrations. It's fun.
Okay, it's not doing that.
Sometimes it doesn't work. There we go.
This is it. Our show's over. Sorry.
I have derailed the show with emojis.
Goodbye, everybody.
We're done for the day.
Okay, Lawrence is just jealous because he's on a PC.
I'm totally jealous.
I didn't know we were.
Times I've wanted to like smash things and be like, "You have a Mac. I have no idea how to tell you how to do something."
Oh my God. Thank you. You made me a little smarter and more whimsical today, and I appreciate both of those things always.
Right.
Transmac, no, not Transmac.
Change champion. Hopefully my mic is not as hot now, and I turned down the gain a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little hot. Thank you, whoever said that.
Right.
I was like, maybe Lawrence is just extra plosive today. No. But does sound better now.
And Jessica B pointed out that the guy we were talking about, the looks maxer, his name is Clavicular.
What a dumb fucking name.
Clavicular, like his clavicle is.
Wait, so can he not vote now too because he's changed his name, or is it just last names?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think
they hoist themselves on their own petard.
Yeah. Did you know? Like the funny thing about all of this is the sad part about all of this. Not the fun. It's gallows funny. Is that you know who it's going to impact the most in
Republican
America?
women?
Republican men and women who have never gotten any of their documentation because they've never left their hometown and they don't know what anything is outside of their state, and they don't have passports, and they're not going to get passports, so they're just not going to be able to vote, which means too bad Republicans in states where you're not going to get your votes in, because you know who does have their passports, you know who does have all their documentation? Not Republican women. Others, everybody else does. My wife has her stuff well ahead of time because we've had passports for years.
Yeah.
So guess what? My wife's going to be able to vote. And if that means Arkansas goes blue because you can't vote, well, that's your own fucking problem. Chickens come home to roost, and you're going to let them roost.
I hope
we should use this moment to remind people, please go check that you are still registered. Even if you've been registered to vote for years in your jurisdiction, they are trying all kinds of sneaky things to kick people off of the voter rolls. Please check monthly from now until the election.
Yes. I feel like, Lawrence, you're slightly quiet now. I think you could be slightly louder.
Am I too loud? I never know with my mic.
No, you're perfect. Fine.
You sound great. And I'm just on my MacBook, whatever, because I've been, traveling.
It does sound great for you, Dana.
Well, thank you. Thank you very
I
much,
did
Nick.
want to. I was going to come in and just be like, "Hey, Big Melons, it's a great day,"
Yeah,
because you were
it's
talking about it, but then I didn't.
I
You guys
appreciate
got
that,
me
and also
sidetracked.
I would have laughed. I would have laughed, but
I'm still waiting on the Tatas shirt though from Lawrence.
right.
The
I
tits
made
against
one and
tyrannical assholes.
Yes.
I didn't love the design, and so like I've been noodling on it in my design brain on how to like make it look really cool, in addition to being funny as shit.
Yes.
But yeah,
We've got a flower shirt coming out on this chronically illing outside that is going to be a foxtail, uh, dandelion, tulip, I think. So FDT. Um,
nice, nice.
um,
That's very clever. I've got
Oh,
these fuck Trump shirts in various seasons.
you inspire me is why we're doing this. It's
Yeah,
like you're an
this is
yes.
inspiration.
my autumnal fuck Trump shirt. You can't really read the letters, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, like
Yes.
who doesn't want a fun, pretty shirt that just happens to say like FDT or
Right. Yeah, I
Foxglove Daisy Tulip. Thank you, Beth.
I left my fuck Trump shirt in Washington in the blue state because I am in Florida right now, and it would have been fun to wear it around here. It might have gotten us killed. So,
I'm reading a book about Washington right now.
are you?
Yeah,
Washington
it's
State.
called To Catch. Yeah, it's Washington State. It's called To Catch a Fascist, um,
Oh,
by Christopher Matthias. It's
Hmm.
for the Anti-Fascist Book Club, um,
nice. Is it
and
good?
I just finished the second chapter, um, and it's based around a guy who's in Washington State, and like went undercover, and it's talking about some of the Portland riots and the Black Lives Matter events, and how
Yeah.
all of that was really fueled underneath by these white supremacist groups
Yeah.
and the infiltration
Mm,
that he's doing. And it's going to be practical, like how to guide of what we should have been doing and what we can be doing to actually stop these people.
Oh,
And
hey,
I'm so
perfect.
excited to freaking
I'm
read it.
so sorry to interrupt, Nick. I really, seriously, but I think breaking news. I meant to remind us Supreme Court decisions are being announced, I think right now. And Christiane McCafferty just said apparently tariffs are unconstitutional, which means the Supreme Court ruled against Trump on tariffs.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God. I'm
Quick,
opening the
everyone
news.
Yes.
Google. And I
Yeah.
can't
Let's
tell if
see.
I'm too hot or too soft now, but
Supreme
No,
Court.
you're
Wait, you
good.
sound
You
good.
tariffs
sound
struck
great.
down 6-3.
Haha. Fuck you, Trump. You
Yeah, it's real.
I'm
Yes.
New
still
York
waiting on
Times,
that. I'm still waiting on that tariff money. Like, where's my $2,000 tariff
right?
check? Like, come on now, Donald Trump. I thought we were raking in billions, but why is our GDP only up, like sitting at
One point.
1.9% or something? Like, we're down so much. I think it was at like 3.5, almost 4 a year and a half ago when Biden was president. Now we're at 1.5, not even 1.5% GDP.
Yeah.
Like,
No, the economy is
feels
absolutely
great.
tanking.
Yeah.
Um,
Economy
Right.
feels so good right now. Like my bank
Really
account
good.
is so much bigger than it used to be. And and
Yes.
and groceries are so much less expensive than they used to be. Like, God, I
Mm,
I wish $1,000 could buy me more at Costco now, but it can't. Like, it's like not even a cart's worth of fucking groceries at Costco anymore is nearly $1,000.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, every day, every time I go to the grocery store, I'm reminded, right? Like I'm trying to do the keto diet right now. I've lost 20 pounds. Thank you very much.
good job. Nice.
And
Congratulations.
so I'm eating a lot of protein. And I went to the grocery store the other day, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a bunch of turkey breasts because that's so easy.
right.
Like a pound of protein for me is like that's lunch. That's perfect. A pound of turkey breast is still $12. Like I remember not that long ago when a pound of turkey breast was like $6.99, $7.99,
Yeah.
$11.99, $12.99. Like it has doubled in price and it hasn't gone
Yeah.
back down. You know, and like I'm one person. I'm not feeding a family. Um, I can't imagine how you folks with kids are on a
Yeah.
not a fixed income, but on an income that probably hasn't gone up in the last couple of years,
Not at
continuing to
all.
feed growing children. Like it,
Well, I
no
am
wonder
on a
people are
fixed
going
income.
crazy.
I am on a because I'm a
Right, because
disabled
you're
veteran, and that's all I
disabled.
do.
Yeah,
And this is like I'm trying to supplement that with the work here I do on Substack, and like
Yes.
it's not getting easier. in any
No.
stretch. Like I'm in
Yes.
Arkansas, where you would think it wouldn't impact very much, but prices are up. I told someone this the other day because they were like, "Oh, like when you moved here, what's the difference?" I was like, "Dude, I bought my house in Washington State a while. I bought a house in Washington State, $400,000 at the time, almost
Wow.
3,200 square foot house. Like I
Oh
worked
my
at
God.
Amazon. I was a tech worker. I had good money. I had the VA. I could get a VA loan so that I can actually get a house. House I live in now in Arkansas is 1,800 square feet. We paid 300,000. We paid 100,000 less for 2,500 square feet less, basically.
Yeah.
We went from
And
nearly 4,000 to less than two, and we paid almost the same price. And I was like,
in Arkansas
dude,
too.
in
I mean,
Arkansas. And I was like,
that's
dude, prices are not different. The lie that we have been sold is that prices in the South or in red areas are less expensive.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not less expensive to live here. It's so much more expensive because you don't
really
get paid the same to
Right.
live at the
true.
same cost of living, basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
that
asked
is
him, I asked him how much he got paid. He was like, I make like 50, 60. I was like, dude, and he talked about somebody else, and they're like, yeah, they make like 100, maybe with bonuses 120, who's been at the job in Walmart for a very long time. I won't out who it is.
Mhm.
I was like, my starting salary at Amazon as a software engineer was more than that.
Right.
yes. Oh, for sure. You can't live in Washington State
And the
near Seattle
prices
for
are
less
the
than that, actually.
same almost now. Like
Yeah.
I could buy the same
Really?
size house for the same price in Arkansas, if not maybe more.
I will say Fort Wayne, Indiana, prices are cheaper, right? Things like housing are actually cheaper here, and grocery store prices are cheaper, not by much, but they are. But it's a great point, Nick, that you are not making Seattle or Boston or New York or San Francisco or LA wages living in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So there's a weird math thing.
Yeah.
And
And
Washington
homes,
didn't
yeah.
collect income tax,
Right.
whereas
I
Arkansas
think we're about
does.
to. I think Bob Ferguson's trying to make that happen.
That's so
Holy shit!
stupid.
Finally.
No, I'm
Okay.
happy about it. We've had the most regressive tax structure in the
I mean,
country.
it's great.
It's
Like,
we need it.
taxation should be a three-legged stool that includes income tax and property tax and sales
Yeah.
tax, and none of those should be maxed out. And Washington
It's
was at
all
a
sales
disadvantage
tax.
for decades because
Yeah.
they didn't have the income tax, and so sales tax was insane and
Yes.
property taxes were crazy.
They could have
They
solved
still are.
part of that with capital gains taxes that actually worked instead
Sure.
of income because so I actually like
Imagine the
not
capital
having
gains
income
that
tax.
Bezos could have paid, right, during
Oh
the
yeah.
founding years of Amazon that he
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
all those years leading up to the one where I got into Amazon and then the stock stopped going up. I think I was the
Yep.
bad luck because I
Uh-oh.
got in and then I never made money on my Amazon stock. It always went down. And I was like, what the fuck, guys? You've been going 30+% increases every year and now you stall. Screw
Oh
you.
my God. Well, Nick, I think that it still is cheaper to get houses in Arkansas because a hovel in Seattle is about 800
It
grand.
it is,
So
but like the argument I was trying to make to him was in terms of this was like you comparably you are making way less for the same efforts that you make here
that I
than you
believe.
would in Seattle where you or Washington where you actually get things like public transit. And that was something I used to. I was like, and I keep
Mhm.
telling them that I was like, we don't have a bus system here. We don't have a train system here, but all those other places do, and they pay just about the same that we do in the end for taxes, and you're getting way more. So why can't we have those nice things just like they do? And he was like, well, I can't really answer that. I was like, yeah, I know you can't because you're voting for the wrong shit.
Oh my God, they are voting for the wrong shit indeed. I know we need to get to our Fucked Up Friday competition. But I also do want to ask because are any of you talking about the Save Act as your Fucked Up Friday story? I am not.
I
No,
am not.
I'm not.
Okay. So I want to touch on it for a couple minutes before we go into Fucked Up
Yeah.
Friday because like I said, I have been out of the news cycle, vacationing like the Go-Go's said I always wanted, had to get away. I did just look and I saw last night that you posted about Susan Collins, who always
Always fucks
is
it up. She's
very
always concerned
concerned
and
and
never
then
actually
always
concerned
fucks
enough
it.
to do the right thing.
Exactly. But
It's a good
it's
thing. Go
what I'm
ahead.
reading is this because my daughter was like, "Oh yeah, they passed the Save Act," and I was like, "Wait, they did? How did I miss that?" And it sounds like they haven't voted on it yet. That they now have 50 votes with Susan Collins, but there's still something that could Democrats could do. Is that having to do with the filibuster? Like,
So it's
They need
still under
60.
filibuster. They need
Yeah.
60 votes to pass,
Right.
unless the Republicans do creative things to force like a speaking filibuster,
Yep.
which tends to not work anyway because you still have to get to 60 votes. And
okay,
so right now, because the filibuster is intact, we're safe at the moment. And I'm going to say
okay,
at the moment because that we know Senate Democrats suck. We know John, uh, what is his name out of Pennsylvania?
Fetterman.
Fetterman is
yeah,
is basically MAGA light.
Yep.
yes.
Like we know that it's probably going to pass. I'm not going to try and downplay that it might not. I think it probably has a good chance of getting passed
So
right near the election,
yeah,
and whether it becomes law in time for this election will be up to our negligent Supreme Court.
Well, and let's
So
face
that's
it,
scary as shit.
it's what they intend here is maximum chaos, right? Maximum
Yeah.
yes,
chaos and confusion. And so it's a win for the if it passes right near the election and it causes massive chaos because people don't know if it's in effect or not, and people are, banning each other
right.
from the polling place because they're not sure if they're supposed to allow them to vote. Like, then great, mission
That's a win for
accomplished.
them.
They've
Yeah.
caused chaos.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna just disenfranchise people.
Yeah.
Whether
Women,
and that's the
mostly
purpose.
women. Yeah.
Mostly women, trans folks, gay folks, anyone who's not straight and white or straight
Adoptees.
who has never changed their name. Yeah, adoptees. Like I'm concerned what it's going to do in the long run when and if it passes, how it's going to impact my daughter because I am adopting her. Like I adopted my daughter and I'm still waiting on Washington State. You all can hurry up and send me my paperwork so that I can
Oh,
finish the name change process. Washington. Like I'd like to be able to, have my daughter's birth certificate so that we can get her passport again. And if I need to leave the country, I can with my fucking daughter. So Washington State, please hurry up and give me my paperwork. It's been like 6
yes.
months since I adopted her, and I'm still waiting. Like,
Mm. I
what
wish I
will you
could
need to
help.
vote? Pretty much everything. And the problem is, I'm like, so do I need her old birth certificate too, where it has her birth name
Yes, I think
originally?
you do.
Yeah.
So we're
You
gonna
do.
just have to keep all this random shit for
Yep.
her. And it's a
Yes.
good thing we have all of the originals because we have passports and tried to leave the country for a while and spent time outside of it years
Yeah.
ago. So like,
Lefty Prof is making a great point in the chat, which is they are actively delaying passport applications.
Yes.
yeah,
Part of the Doge thing where they cut government, they cut the State Department. The
Hmm.
wait times on passports has gone up by massive amounts because there aren't enough people to process the passport application. So, it's Republicans are bad at government. They yell about how bad government is, then they get into power, they destroy the government, prove that it's bad, and it's sort of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like,
yeah.
if you need your passport and you can't get it in time for the election, then you're still fucked.
Yes.
And
Melissa.
Melissa
Oh,
was talking about it
we're
too.
talking about the
Was
same post.
Yeah,
Yes. Go
like the
ahead.
one in North Carolina where it's like almost a 6 month wait at this point to
Yep.
get your
Yes.
freaking passport
It
or your
wasn't just for
documents.
passport, it was for all the documents leading up to it. Yeah.
It's a poll tax. It's
It
Jim
is
Crow era
absolutely.
law. It's
It
poll
is a poll
taxing.
tax because unless
Like
they're free, it's a
Yes.
poll tax, and poll
we have to
taxes
talk
are
about it
illegal.
like that. Yeah, we have to
Yes.
talk about it like that because we have to talk about what the illegality is in all of this. It's just like what I'm gonna like my fucked up story today. I'm gonna talk about the illegality of what they did and how we can fight back on it. But like this is the same thing. And
Yeah.
if it does pass, my encouragement to anyone out there who cares about anyone who is not a straight male or who is just never had to have their name changed. If you care about anyone else in this world outside of yourself,
Mhm.
you might want to consider a general strike. Because if this passes, I have a feeling half the population in America is going to just stop working.
Right. And
And
should.
and should.
Yeah.
And there needs to be at least another massive group of men who follow suit, or male presenting folks who follow suit, exactly because you know what women and everyone else have been asking men to do? Stand with us. That's what
Yep.
they've been
Mhm.
asking us to do, is
Yep.
stand with them.
Yeah.
You know how easy it is to just follow their lead and stand with them and then just keep doing it? It's really not hard.
Right. Mothers, whores, and nuns.
Yeah.
Can you
A
be
solid
two of the three? Can you like pick
be a
and
mother
choose, or
and a
do you have?
whore.
Yeah, can you be both, or can you be
I
like
think that,
a whore then a nun, or then a nun then a
no.
whore? Like,
I think, Nick, if you combine all three, you become a mega woman and like a transformer Megatron kind of thing. Aspects of whore, aspects of mother, aspects of none.
none for you.
Oh my God, I love that.
Right.
Um,
I call
yeah.
upon the powers of the crone.
Does that become like a?
crone.
Does it become like this weird like kink for them when you get all three together?
Probably.
Like mother,
Right.
nun, whore. Like,
Right. Wasn't there a
It's
song about this? Like, I'm a bitch, I'm a mother, I'm a
it's
nun,
called
I'm your
Mother by
brother.
Joan. What's her name? Oh wait, no, that one is that's not who sings that. That's Meredith. Fuck, I'm forgetting her name.
the
Bitch.
songster is
Oh,
dropping
Nikki
out on
says,
us.
I prefer gypsy tramps and thieves.
Meredith
Yes.
her name is
Give me
Meredith
some
Brooks.
Cher, gypsy tramps and thieves era.
Yes.
That's a
Oh
good
my
song.
God. Meredith Brooks, bitch, is that song from the 90s. I'm a sister and a saint. Yeah. I'm not wild about that song, but yes. I don't think she says none though. But that would make
No,
it.
I was joking. She
I
doesn't
know.
say none.
She should though.
Right.
Let's modernize it for Nick Fuentes.
Right.
That
God,
fucking
what
guy.
I hope he has the day he deserves.
You know what? We should probably do Fucked Up Friday because I have a very hard stop at 11.
Oh, I did not
Oh,
know that. I just was like,
At
I'm on
10:59,
vacation.
I was gonna say
actually.
I don't really have a hard stop right now this morning.
Me neither.
If you
Nick
need
and
it.
I are just gonna stay on and keep chatting.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
great.
Nick.
That's great.
So
Try to end the stream without me.
Nick, I think you have been on Fucked Up Friday, but for those who may be
Yes.
new in the chat, the three of us have each prepared a story that we think is the most fucked up story of the week. And we're going to pitch it to each of you. And then you're going to vote. All of you in the chat get to vote for who got the most fucked up story of the week. And we all lose because this is our reality, but someone gets crowned the Fucked Up Friday winner. Nick, we used to tell our guests that they get to go first because we thought we were being polite. We do think there may be a recency bias. The person who goes last tends to win. You can pick. Do you want to go first, second, or third?
I'll keep sandwiched. I'll go right in the middle again.
Ooh. Lawrence, do you want to go first or should I?
You go first. I'm still
Okay.
coordinating my shit over here.
Mine is visual. Did you get my graphics? Or
Oh.
my two images that I sent you?
I did not.
Lawrence, you said I could
Drop
send
in the
them.
ball.
Oh, well, I
Well,
mean,
now I'm gonna lose. Now I'm gonna lose. No. All right, I'll go first, and I'll try to go kind of quick since we have this hard stop now. Because mine are two stories.
where did you send them? Did you send
We
them
only
via
like
email?
hard
I
stops
texted.
here.
I texted them. I texted them.
Oh, honey, always email. How many times do I have to tell you? Do not
I know,
text
but
me something.
I'm on the go.
We only do hard
I'll
You have
stops
just
here.
email on your phone.
I
Who
do.
doesn't
I
have
do.
email on their phone?
I do. Who has to rely on email? Text you.
Me.
Back in the
because
day,
that's
who
how
has
I
the
copy
sliding
something
phone
into
that can
fucking
type in the
StreamYard.
emails? That takes 2 hours and your fingers are too big
Oh,
for
good
it.
Right,
Lord,
and then
you
they're all in the
people.
Epstein files now. They're all using Blackberries to email each other these
Wow.
what are clearly texts. It's very confusing. But here's my story. They
Here,
came
I
as a
could
wham
hold my
bam.
phone up to the camera.
What's that?
I could hold my phone up to the camera
Oh, why are you going to do that?
For your
for the
pictures.
pictures that you send me through text.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I could do that too. Hold on, I'll do that.
Tech magic.
Yeah, that's right. We have this. We have the ability right here.
You
Okay.
didn't actually text them to me.
Yes, you did. In
Yes,
the
I
group
did.
with us.
It's
With
the
me
group
too.
of-
Okay.
So I think most of you may have seen this photo already. Prepare your gut here because you might get physically ill. But I saw this picture, this campaign, this MAHA, Make American Healthy Again campaign. Here we've got RFK Jr. and Kid Rock at the gym. Kid Rock has clearly never done a push-up in his life. What the fuck is that even supposed to be back there? But working out in
Plank?
denim.
I think he's doing
He's
a
got
plank.
old man butt.
He
Like
does have old
he
man
Oh
like
my
butt. Old
God.
man, no
collapses.
And
butt.
It like collapses inward.
and you can see RFK's like three-dimensional nipples sticking out. Like this makes me physically fucking ill.
That dude like is super into nipple play. Like let me tell you, as a gay dude who likes nipples, that dude loves playing with his nipples.
Yes.
He's probably got chains and stuff he wears under his shirt.
He's probably got like the little suction devices,
little clamps.
and
Yeah. And what this
he
says,
loves
in case
raw
you can't
milk.
read,
I don't know. I'm gonna stop.
right?
He loves all
Right.
that
This is
raw
like,
milk coming out
yeah.
of different animals.
Yeah, this right. This one is like beef tallow and raw milk health. And Stephanie Drury shared this, one of our favorites here on Substack, and she said, "This is helping me overcome my opposite sex attraction that I have been wanting conversion therapy for."
Yeah.
But here's
Yeah, honestly,
so
that picture I think is turning me straight. Like
right.
none
Yeah,
of that
I'm
is
straighter
appealing.
now than I was.
So my common theme here is the utter fucked up depths that our country is plummeting into that we call
Utter,
health.
UDDER.
Yes, both. Because this is the second image I saw this morning that made me change my story for Fucked Up Friday. This is I'm actually kind of horrified that the Independent is showing this photo. I have to think though that the parents gave it to them, because this is a 7-year-old. And the headline, it's white, the text is white, so it's hard to read. Mom whose 7-year-old has brain swelling from measles still wouldn't vaccinate. So this story is
Isn't
a family.
that murder?
There's a family with 4 boys in South Carolina, right in the heart of the measles epidemic the breakout that's happening there. 3 of her 4 sons got measles because they are all unvaccinated. And this 7-year-old, for the last 6 weeks, has been dealing with brain swelling, encephalitis related to measles. You can see he's intubated and he's in the hospital. I don't know why they're sharing this photo of a 7-year-old intubated in the hospital bed, but the quote from the mom, "I still wouldn't vaccinate even knowing what we know, because I'm not saying God wanted this, but God has a plan for him. And also those vaccines have so much in them that's bad." That's her very scientific take of it. There's just bad stuff. And the fact that we're being forced to watch fucking RFK and Kid Rock fake it in a gym and drinking like beef tallow and raw milk and proclaiming it health, while simultaneously like not only gutting all the research happening on vaccine trials that Lawrence talked about last week, but that he's brainwashed so many Americans to the point where we are now having these massive breakouts of previously cured diseases. And it all goes down to my quote I always say: if people would rather die than change a belief, she would rather sacrifice her son than admit she was wrong. I can't even fathom that. That's my most fucked up story of the week. Healthcare in the US. Mic
Yeah.
drop.
All
Passing
right,
the mic.
we got to go fast.
We gotta go.
'cause
Okay, I'll go fast. My story, my fucked up story of the week is yesterday it came out. And I'll drop a link in the chat too while Lawrence does his story on this, if I can find it real quick. Is yesterday it came out that the VA tried to ram through a policy change without any public comment or any public approval, citing that it would have been infeasible. Doug Collins says, the head of the veteran VA, and that policy change was to change how rating went for mental health. And what it did was to say that when you are on your medication, they will rate you based on how you are impacted positively by your medication, allowing you to be at a lower VA rating so they can pay you less, so that you don't get the benefits and the services that you are supposed to be guaranteed and provided by the VA. And because, they promised us those services and guaranteed them, and because they have been fought for since World War II, we have been building the VA in a way. And they are now changing the ratings so that if you are better on your medication, they'll lower your rating. They'll re-rate you at a lower rate so that they can save money, pay you less, prevent you from getting services you may need, because those ratings also impact what services you can get when you're at the VA. And so if you're at a higher rating, you can get additional services. Like I can get dental services through the VA because of my rating. Others cannot. This is to kill veterans. This is going to hurt disabled veterans. This is going to cause increases homelessness in disabled veterans. This is going to cause the increase in the suicide rate of disabled veterans because what they are doing is they're downplaying the severity and the impacts of our mental health, telling us it's all in our heads, we don't deserve that, and just go fucking die. Because veterans are cheaper dead than they are alive because we cost a lot of money and they want to save money. Because they treat it like a business rather than a service. And so they changed it, and there was a huge public outcry because it's fucking illegal to do that. Like, it is required in the most basic of laws that changes to policy like this require public comment periods and require public feedback. And they were just like, nah, we don't need to do that. So, Doug Collins, fuck you.
Oh my God.
That's my family directly. And like, if you fucking try and take away my wife's benefits or my benefits, like my family will end up on the street. That is what it would, if you fucked up my benefits like that, if they came after our benefits, my family and hundreds to thousands to millions of others would end up on the street. And guess what? They want to sweep away the homeless people and put us in camps. So it's a win-win for them.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go because
I fucked up. Shit. Sorry, Lawrence.
Okay. Here's mine. Donald Trump illegally gave $10 billion to his so-called Board of Peace. The constitutional baseline, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7 of the U.S. Constitution, the Appropriations Clause, says, no money shall be drawn from the Treasury but in consequence of appropriations made by law. In other words, Congress controls the money, not the president. If this $10 billion was moved without congressional authorization, this is a separation of powers violation, full stop. So, under the Impound Control Act of 1974, the president cannot simply withhold or redirect funds Congress has already appropriated. If they want to rescind or defer the funds, they must notify Congress and follow statutory procedures. So the question is, did Trump do that with this $10 billion? The answer, we all know, is probably no, which means we have yet another constitutional crisis on our hands because he has given $10 billion out of the U.S. Treasury, $10 billion in taxpayer funds, into an organization that he controls the disbursement of funds on. He's using it to rebuild Gaza, but what we all know, of course, is that he's rebuilding Gaza in his image, full of Trump hotels and casinos and shit. So this is my submission for Fucked Up Friday, and I'm going to drop and let you guys vote and close out. So have fun. Cliff Schechter is on with Judd Legum at 11 o'clock on Blue Ant Media. I will see you guys over there. I love you all. Bye for now.
How do we end this StreamYard? Okay, bye.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. So this might play silently for a really long time because as of right now, Lawrence controls the StreamYard. Next week.
Here, I'm going to close it out after you guys are done.
Okay, love you, mean it.
Literally double StreamYarding.
Oh my God.
Hey, I double restream sometimes too, so I get it. The production management side is fun.
It's crazy. All right, let's get a vote, everybody, in the chat. If you want to vote for Lawrence and the constitutional crisis that he just spoke of, vote Lawrence. If you want to vote for Nick getting VA medical benefits pulled, vote Nick. If you want to vote for the state of healthcare and Maha and moms who are okay with their kids getting encephalitis from measles, vote for me. Let's see. I'm looking in the chat here now. I see Dana, Nick, Dana, Nick. All three are fucked up. Agreed. Nick, Dana, Lawrence, Nick, Lawrence, Nick. All of the above. Nick, Dana, Lawrence. I vote Lawrence. Dana and Nick. Nick, three-way tie, Dana, all of the above. Okay, so this is a pretty close one, but
yeah,
Nick, I think you got it. I think
this will be my first win.
Congratulations. I think. Thanks. Congratulations on maybe losing all your health benefits. Not all.
Yeah, and dental insurance benefits and stipend to be able to live and my fixed income that allows me to live because I'm disabled as shit. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, guys? Dana, I do want to ask because I've never been asked the song question. Is can we
You've
stay
never been
long?
asked?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, we always ask on first appearance, but we must have forgotten on your first appearance. I will ask you right now, and we will add your song to the playlist. Nick, what is the most Gen X song of all time?
I don't know if you guys would consider it Gen X, but because I'm a mid millennial, like
Yeah.
I'm full 90. I missed the 90s by the entirety of the 90s by one day. Like I'm
Okay.
a 90s baby and but I grew up with Rush.
Oh my
And
God,
for
it's so
me,
Gen X.
Rush 2112 is
Yes.
probably one of or Tom Sawyer are like just peak songs for Gen X. Um,
Tom Sawyer, 1,000 times yes. Like if you are Gen X, especially a Gen X dude, because let's face it, Rush is like a hyper masculine sounding band. Um, and Tom's the don't know that comes on like every Gen X person in the room is gonna like homing beam up to hear what that is. So that is a
And I
fantastic pick.
missed the chance to go see Rush when they
Oh,
played in Montreal the year of my high school graduation because my mom gave me the alternative of you go and you lose a whole bunch of stuff or you stay and do your high school graduation. And I was like, you know what? I guess I'll stay and do my high school graduation stuff.
I'm
But I
sorry.
miss seeing Rush, and they apparently had fireballs that were so. They played in the old Expo Stadium in Montreal,
Yeah.
and apparently they had fireballs that were so big you could feel them from the top of the bleachers in the outfield. And
Oh
like
my God.
I was like, God, and why did I have to miss this one?
The
And
missed shows are the worst. I
yeah,
missed seeing Bowie
oh,
because
that's
I had to work and I made, I don't know, $22 on my shifts back in like the 80s. And it was what tour was it? It was kind of a dip in his popularity because it was the late
yeah,
80s. But I never saw Bowie. I never saw Nirvana because I said I'd catch them on the next tour because it was several hours to drive to the show. The Breeders opened. I was living in Nashville. The show was in Atlanta, so it was like a 4 hour drive. I was in grad school and didn't go. The shows you miss are the worst. They're
yeah.
so painful.
I've figured out if there's a show I really want to go to, I go to it
You
now. Like
always
we
go. Yeah.
find the way to go. Like anytime Coheed and Cambria comes by, I go to see them because they're awesome. Like
I don't know
Breaking
them.
Benjamin. Oh, you'd probably like Coheed and Cambria. They have a very Rush feel to them. They're a sort of a prog rock band. Um,
I don't know. That's my thing. I do love a few Rush songs, but I'm definitely not a prog rock queen. But I will
they're
listen. I
but
want to
they're
listen.
they're like it's got that high he's like a high tenor and
Oh, I
so it's
do
got
love.
that Rush feel with the high tenor and I saw them on stage once and he had a double neck guitar and he was playing it behind his head just
Oh gosh.
shredding behind his head and he had
Oh
these
my God.
huge like tight curls, long hair, just this big chunky dude and it was the most like I was like that is fucking awesome. Like you man, you're cool and I finally got to see them a second time here in Arkansas, just as
Oh,
good years later. Just as good.
good. I love when that happens. I have two musical thoughts before we end because I do. One is
We'll probably talk
I,
music today.
we could a show I missed because believe it or not, I was in a sorority in college and I had to do Rush Week, but I missed being
I'm
able
gonna
to
have you
see.
on to ask you about that because I was in a fraternity in college, so
Okay,
I wanna know your experiences.
okay, we can talk. I was in a really shitty sorority, but um, I missed the original Lollapalooza, Jane's
Oh,
Addiction, Nine Inch Nails. Uh, I didn't go because of sorority rush, and I still deeply regret that I should have been like, this is clearly where I belong, not here. But
mm-hmm,
and the other thought I had, you are not Gen X, so I'm not sure if this will hit you the same way. In fact, if my theory is true, it will not. But I was at a swimming pool yesterday here in
mm-hmm.
South Florida, in like my mom's boyfriend's gated community out in Parkland. Okay, so out in the sticks. And they're playing music in the background. And they started playing I Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon.
Okay.
And I was like, why has no one listed an REO Speedwagon song as the ultimate Gen X song? I probably wouldn't pick that one. I'd probably pick earlier, like Keep on Loving You. But I'm like, REO Speedwagon is a band that only Gen X gives a shit about. If you are
Yes.
not Gen X, you probably either don't know who they are or you're like, why would I listen to that? But any Gen X person, if they hear you take it on the run, baby, is going to be like, oh my God, it's singing every word. And sure enough, the pool was almost empty, but there were these three people who looked very old to me, but they were belting along with Can't Fight This Feeling. And so I looked over and I'm like, Gen X. And they're like, Gen X. So it is a universal, it's a weird thing too that I was trying to explain to my kids that I'm like, I think I have like age body dysphoria of some sort because I'm like, I can't believe I'm the same age as that guy. But the fact that he is belting that song makes me know that we went to high school at the same time or middle school.
I
Um,
have one final cool little story of like and I was going to use this as my song, but then I decided not to, was
okay.
Billy Joel's Piano Man. Um,
I mean, a universal,
because
yes.
because my mom went to see him in Pittsburgh at the
Yeah.
like I think it was the premiere of Piano Man. It was in a piano bar, and she
Okay.
got to see him at a piano bar playing Piano Man like up close
Oh,
while
that's
she was in
amazing.
college, and I was like, "That's fucking
Okay.
awesome."
That's a great story. That is awesome. I Billy Joel's a great songwriter and like it's fun to make fun of Billy Joel, but also he has some great songs and Piano Man has become, like the dumb drunk frat boy karaoke song.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love to karaoke that song though because it's so ridiculous and I like to sing it like I'm Ethel Merman because I feel like that song should be a Broadway play. In fact, I'm surprised nobody has made it a Broadway play
It
yet
should be.
because they take a lot of music and just turn it into shitty schmaltzy Broadway plays. But that like sing us a song, you're the piano man. It should be sung like Ethel Merman, like super over dramatic. And
Oh yeah.
they sit at
I
the
could see you
bar and
doing that
put
with a
bread
big
in my
hat too.
jar.
If you had
Yes.
a big hat on with a feather in it, like I could see you just fucking
Man, what
rocking
are
that.
you doing here? Yeah, it's such a
Oh, this is fun.
ridiculous. Yes, it is fun.
You'll have to join Shane Urick sometime on his
Yes.
Wednesday show that he does with John Oliver, who's a
Okay.
composer out of Canada, and
Okay.
you'd probably really enjoy the music talk there. Um,
Okay.
so we went super theory on that discussion, so maybe not
Yeah.
as much, but like
I
I
wish I
don't.
could, but I can't on that. Yeah.
It's fun. It's so much fun to get talk about music and something different. Like it's
Yes.
it doesn't feel like the world's on fire.
It doesn't feel like the world's on fire. I two thoughts on that. One is I really wish I had studied music and I wish I'd learned how to sing properly. And I don't understand music like a language, but my ex-husband and our younger daughter really do. And she's in choir now, taking voice lessons. And we were in the car and you probably know this very well, but I did not. But there's this concept that every song has a do like do re mi fa
Yes.
sol la ti do,
Hmm.
and so we will be in the car listening to a song, and she's like, "Well, that's the do," and it's like it's sort of a coming back home. So I was like, "Well, what is do? Is it the midpoint?" And she's like, "No, it's just where you return." And I feel like philosophically, that's a thing. We're all just looking for our do,
I love that.
right?
I like that.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna write an essay about that at some point.
Oh, you
And speaking
should.
of
That's gonna
which,
be
my
so great.
mom and the girls are home. Hi, guys. So I should probably go. We are going to on an Everglades hike today.
Oh, have
Um,
fun.
I'll post some photos if I get some good ones. I'm hoping we can see an alligator or two and, you know, some cool birds.
Lawrence.
Hello, this is not Lawrence. This is Nick. Say hi. That's my mom. That's
Hi.
Fran.
Hi,
This is
Dana's mom.
Nick Paro. He's our guest for today. And Lawrence had to drop because he had another podcast to go do. So
Yeah, bigger,
we've just
better
been
things
chatting.
to do.
We've just been chatting music. So
Have a great day.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you. Dana, this has been so much fun. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Oh my God, always, you are always welcome here. We will get the next date calendared soon. And yeah, thank you to everyone who joined us and who stayed this extra oh, it's only been 9 minutes. I feel like we've been talking for like an hour about music. It's a
Yeah,
nice
time
break.
flies. Time flies when we
It
have fun.
really does. It really does. And we really have. Love you all. Mean it. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you all Monday. Or Lawrence will. For not so, oh yeah, hold on. Can I make that happen too?
We try and time them sometimes. It's hard to do because they
Okay.
just like
Yeah, on the
One.
count of three.
Yep. One,
1,
two,
2,
three.
3. Oh, that's magnificent. I love it.
I love it. Thanks,
Have
Dana.
a great day, Nick. Bye.